Yo, this is Last Chantz, and you tuning in to Chop It Up TV. Gang.
All right, what's up? This is Chop It Up. You here with Smoodie, you know what I'm saying? DJ Smoodie represent from the Bronx, 225th White Plains Road. And we have here Last Chantz. Last Chantz. If you don't know about him, I've been following him on Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple Music, Tidal. You can find all his music there.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. He's everywhere. So Last Chantz, I definitely want you to introduce yourself so everybody out here can get a chance to know you. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I go by Last Chantz. I represent Brooklyn, New York. I represent the Dream Chasers, you know, because that's what I'm doing, chasing my dream. I make music. I love making music. I've been making music since I was like 11, 12 years old. You know, my dad, he's actually an artist. My grandfather was a DJ, so I feel like music is just in my blood, you know. And I'm from New York, you know, it's a musical city. It's music everywhere. So, you know, my life is just art, music, and fashion. And, you know, that's what I'm doing. And I'm down here in Florida, South Florida, just, you know, pursuing my goals, you know, just spreading my wings to different places, you know what I'm saying, and just trying to take the shit global, you know what I'm saying?
I definitely love that. So a question I have is, who was a big inspiration for you to want to become a rapper, to want to pursue what you're doing now, fashion, art, you know, a whole movement, because I see the Unknown Wealth too.
Yes,
I see the, you know what I mean? I see the gear and all that. So yes. I definitely want to know, like, who's a big inspiration behind these things.
Okay. I mean, well, music, Jay-Z, Big, Fab, like, those is my inspiration as far as music. Those are the guys that got me into making music, you know, like, just freestyling with my friends, you know, doing ciphers, like, just listening to them, it made me want to rap, you know what I'm saying? Just seeing the lifestyle of an artist, you know what I'm saying? How far you could take, you know, music, like how far your music could take you, how many things that it can do for you. You know, you get into business, you get into different things, and, you know, so those are the guys that motivated me as far as music, fashion, you know, guys like, you know, A$AP Rocky, Pharrell, you know, Swiss Beats, you know, guys like Basquiat, like, just art, fashion, like, I really got into that with the music. Once I started making music, it just got me into different worlds, you know, like, it got me into art, it got me into fashion. You know, my bro Jiggy, me and him, you know, we started Unknown Wealth, like, well, he came up with the logo and everything just from in high school, and we just ran with it, you know what I'm saying? It was just something that we thought was dope. I was an artist, he was a designer, and, you know, he had a camera, and we just had a vision. We just said, let's make something happen, you know what I'm saying? And since there, it's just been on go, you know?
I definitely love that. I love that. So I watched some of your interviews, and I seen that poetry and, you know, writing stories from being in Brooklyn and what happened is a big inspiration behind your music. So who is an inspiration poetry-wise to you?
Poetry, well, you know, Cole is a poet. You know, J. Cole is a poet, you know, so I break down his music like poetry. Honestly, I don't have specific poets, but when I started writing poetry, it was just from, like, my experiences in my life, you know what I'm saying? Like, things that I seen in my neighborhood, things that I was doing that I probably wasn't talking to my mom about or my friends about. I could just write about it, and then eventually it turned into music, you know? But yeah, my inspiration was just always, like, the guys who could really rap. Like Jay-Z, he got a quote, he said, all of the best rappers you know, they wrote the best essays in school, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like rappers are poets, you know, it's just with a beat, you know what I'm saying, and with a melody and everything, you know?
Yeah, true. So I know you were talking a lot about in other interviews about capital as a rapper being an important thing behind the promotion and the marketing and really helping to propel you where you need to go. So I would like to know now, what are you doing now to, you know, build up the capital, get that promotion? Is your team getting bigger? Is it costing you more? Like,
yeah, well, right now, like I said, we got Unknown Wealth. You know, that's our brand. That's the lifestyle. That's a mindset. Unknown Wealth. You know, being independent. You know, owning your own building your own instead of making somebody else rich. Because that's all we've been doing is making a white man rich. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And that's never going to stop, but we got to build our own. And it starts from, you know, us having our own, you know. So Unknown Wealth, Young King Vision, that's what we're doing right now. That's the music, that's the fashion, that's photography. It's just a lifestyle. Like, it's really just a lifestyle. So what I'm doing right now is just, we doing merch. You know, I got lighters. I got some lighters for y'all, actually. And this is one of my hats, Brooklyn. This is one of my hats that I'm making right now. Young King Vision. So we got the merch, we got the music. Like, we just trying to bring a whole lifestyle, you know, to it. So I got some lighters for y'all.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
And that's the brand Young King Vision. As you can see, Biggie on the cover. You know, that's home team. That's one for you.
Thank you. I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's just what we doing. Just branding everything. You know, making sure that when you see Last Chantz, you see the brand. When you see the brand, you see Last Chantz. So that's what we on right now.
So, I want to know, behind the beats, who is it? Is it you? Are you, know, it's a whole bunch of other people you got in the camp? Is it friends? Is it people you can?
People will probably be surprised. I still get a lot of my beats from YouTube.
What?
Real shit, yeah.
What?
I still get a lot of my beats from YouTube. People be so surprised, like, yo, it's some dope producers out there on YouTube who they don't have a platform and they don't have artists to give beats to. So it's like, yo, I'm gonna just put this on YouTube. Somebody will find it and do something to it. You know what I'm saying? So I get a lot of my beats from YouTube. I actually just started working with producers. A lot of producers been sending me beats, you know, like through DM, through my email. So I just started, you know, working with like specific producers. But I want to do that. I want to work next to producers and have them really make the beats right next to me, and we do it organically. But yeah, right now I'm YouTube thugging it right now.
Just YouTube thugging it?
Yeah,
all the beats is just,
that's
crazy. I would have never thought that. I thought you was making the beats. I thought it's probably a friend or a homie, because I realize in your songs too, you talk about a lot about putting your friends on, making sure your friends is good, and it's a lot about loyalty.
Yeah, that's number one for me.
I know.
That's what you see my bro Jiggy over there in the cut. He taking the pictures, you know, he designs, he does everything. He's a Swiss Army knife. I got my other bro, Just Don, you know, he's a designer. He does art. And then my cousin, he's a photographer. So like everybody around me, I kind of try to get them involved some type of way, like, you know, something, you know, whatever it is, whether it's taking pictures, whether it's videos, whatever, you know, you can do something.
That's true. I want to know, how important for you is it to have your friends as your team? Because sometimes I realize with rappers, like, if it's their home team, when they get on, they get rid of them, they get other people. They start, you know what I'm saying?
That happens a lot. It's super important. It's a gift and a curse. It's hard, you know, having business with your friends, because, you know, shit could get real tricky, and, you know, personal things could get in the way. So I learned it's kind of difficult to have business with your friends. You know, like, if we're gonna have a business, I feel like we should know exactly what we want from the start. Like, we should know, like, all right, this is what I want out of it, and this is what you want, and we work on that. Because if we just working towards getting money, and then we get the money, and then you got some other shit going on that I don't agree with, and then that'll fuck up the friendship in the bit. So I feel like from the beginning, if you gonna have business with your friends, it should just be like, all right, I'm gonna do everything to make sure you get to where you want to be, and you do the same, and we just, you know, stand on that. But it's definitely difficult, but I think it's the best thing to do. You know, like, people around you that you trust, but you gotta make sure they want to work too.
That's true.
They gotta want to work.
Because they can mess your whole thing up. Like,
yeah, everything. They gotta want to. You can't make niggas work either. You know?
Yeah, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make them drink.
I mean, amen.
Oh, for real.
Amen, for real.
So, also, I want to know, you, in your younger years when you first started rapping, I was listening to your SoundCloud, some of your freestyles, the 0 to 100. I'm like, okay, he was snapping from then. He was snapping from then. So what would you tell your younger self now, with all the experience that you have and the trials and tribulations and the things that you went through?
That's a great question. What would I tell my younger self? Just to keep working and not worry about anything else other than, you know, just working. Like, when I was younger and I was rapping, like, I was just doing it for fun, you know, so it was fun. But now it's like, you know, it's business, there's other things involved. So I would just tell myself, my younger self, like, yo, just keep working, you know, just keep writing, keep, you know, building relationships, you know, because that's one thing I didn't understand is building relationships, you know, linking up with other people that, you know, could push your vision further. So I would tell my younger self, yo, just keep working and don't stay in a bubble. Because that's what I did a lot too. Like when I was younger, I kind of stayed in a bubble. I didn't work with too many people. You know, New Yorkers.
Yeah,
we don't really. We so
paranoid.
standoffish. Like
paranoid.
Yeah,
you don't want to work
know?
with nobody. I don't trust you.
Yeah.
But I realize in the South, as a rapper, is a lot more love than in New York.
Yeah, that's
it's
Southern
like
hospitality.
What you mean you want to work with me? Like, why are we like that?
Yeah.
Like, New York don't even need to be like that at all.
We just so like, all right, this is me and my team, and it's like, if you're not with me, then it's fuck you. Like, that's our mentality.
That's true.
But I try not to, you know, be like that. And that's one of the reasons that I came down here, is to link with other artists and, you know, just show love. I didn't want to come down here like, yeah, I'm from New York and I'm running shit. Like, you know, that's corny, you know. I wanted to come down here, just show love, you know what I'm saying? Because that's all I do, I show love. So that was one of my goals coming down here, definitely.
So let's talk about some of your songs.
Yeah,
Let's Drip. Let's talk about Let's Drip.
Oh, man. That's an old tune. That's a super old tune. Yeah, that was a song I just did. Like I said, I found the beat on YouTube.
Drip Legends, son.
Yeah, like I found that shit on YouTube, and I just heard the beat. I just flowed on it. I did it in like a day, and I put it out. You know, it was just one of those things where I'm like, I'm just put this out. You know, and I did it, and people fuck with it. Still to this day, like that song, I put that song out maybe 3 years ago, and people still love it. People still listen to it. Yeah, appreciate that.
For sure. I love that song.
And it's funny because, like, as artists, we don't really like to listen to a lot of our old shit. Because, like, I don't know what it is, but I always love listening to my new shit. You know, like, when I make some new stuff, that's the only thing I want to listen to. You know, like, I don't really like listening to my old stuff a lot. But, like, yeah, Drip Legends, that's one of those tracks I just threw out there. You know, it was just a cool vibe. Yeah.
Clout Chasers.
Clout Chasers, yeah. I still love that song. And it's still relevant to this day.
Fact.
The name, everything I'm talking about in the song, is still relevant.
Fact. What you think about the Gorilla Glue lady?
Yo, you know what's
funny?
funny?
What you think about that?
I just got tuned into that like a couple of days ago. I think that shit is hilarious. Like, I don't understand it. I didn't even know what Gorilla Glue was, honestly. I didn't even know what it was until I seen the videos and I seen like her trying to get the shit out of her hair, and I'm like what it, I don't know, man. Like this generation is crazy. Like, and then you see the challenge, the Gorilla Glue challenge. Like, why the fuck are people doing that? Like, so now you got other people putting Gorilla Glue in their head. I don't know, man. This shit is crazy.
People wilding out here. Yeah. They just doing, as rappers too, doing clout. I seen the dude in the dress sucking the gun and all type of pause, wild stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's the game right now, and that's like what artists like me. That's what we battle with, because it's like, okay, you got the artists that just want to make the music and they just want to focus on the creative stuff and the content, and then you got artists that's like, yo, I'm gonna do anything to get to where I want to be. So it's like I fall on the side of the artist that I'm trying to really make music, and I'm really trying to focus on the creative stuff and build my fan base. And then you got dudes these niggas is just doing anything to get on, and it's like, it's working, and it's like, that's why other niggas is doing it, because it's working. So it's like, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
True.
I don't even be mad at these dudes. Yeah, I can't.
For real, you are gonna do it, cause if they're willing to basically give you everything, and all you have to do is probably sacrifice your soul, give up a friend or something like that. Are you willing to do that? Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna take the hard journey, or are you gonna take the fast route?
Honestly, like, because I've been making music for so long, I already know what I want to do, and I know what I'm up against. Because I already know when you get to a certain level, there's certain things that you got to face. There's certain people that it's like, okay, you want to go here? All right, well, you got to do these things. You got to sacrifice this or whatever. And it's like, you know, I know what I want to do, and I'm not trying to get involved in none of that weird shit. I just want to focus on my music and take care of my family. And I know once I get to a certain point, like, I know when I want to stop rapping. You know, like, as an artist, you should know when it's like, all right, I want to focus on other things. Because it gets to a point where, you know, this shit is stressful. Like, the money, the time, the energy, just everything that goes into being a successful artist, it's a lot. So once I get to a certain point, I'll know when it's like, all right, I want to focus on other things.
I'm done with that.
Yeah.
It's not even a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Young King Vision.
Young King Vision. It's my life. That just describes me. you know, Young King Vision.
That whole EP?
Yeah, that whole EP is just, and it's crazy because I really just did it, you know, like maybe 2 months. Like I just was just in the zone, you know. Like honestly, the outro, Young King Vision, I made that song, and then I made the project from that song. Like once, cause I titled that song Young King Vision. Then from that song, I just started going with the whole project. I'm like, yo, this is a project. Throw this shit out, you know. And that was all new material. But yeah, I love that project. That's one of those project years from now, people gonna go back to that and be like damn, like that's gonna be a classic years from now. You know what I'm saying? And I want people to remember me saying that. Like years from now, people gonna go back to that and be like, yo, like this shit was crazy. You know, but that's how it be sometimes. You know?
Y'all need to go on iTunes, Tidal,
go
all of them things that.
Right
go
now.
Find it.
It's everywhere. Apple Music,
find
Spotify, everywhere. It's beautiful music. It's music for everybody on there.
Definitely. Slave to a King also as well.
Yeah, that song, that's like a
And this
heartfelt
climate
song.
of racism and Black Lives Matter is definitely a deep song.
Yeah.
Like
And
I love it because you're definitely giving motivation to young Black men and Black women, and you know.
That. Yeah, that was the goal for that, and it's crazy because even that song, I wrote that song maybe like 3 years ago, maybe, and it's just weird how certain songs still be relevant. Certain things that you talk about, it still be relevant, you know. But yeah, that song is a real like emotional song. It's what I'm talking about, and I put it out during the time of the riots and everything last year, and like during that time, I just like, yo, this just feels right. Like let me just put, and I actually went out there. I went to a couple of the protests, and you know I was out there like with the people, and it just felt right for me to put that out. So I had to do that.
So as a rapper, being signed, being unsigned, where do you see yourself starting your own brand, getting a distribution deal, taking that 360 deal, taking the little money and ting? Like, how important is it for you to be educated as a rapper, artist, fashion designer, and contracts, and you know all these things that you need to know that they can take advantage of you for if you don't know it?
Yeah, it's super important. I try to do as much homework as I can, you know, like being that I'm not all the way, like I don't have the industry contacts, so I can't know as much as I'm supposed to, but I try to do as much research as I can on contracts and record deals and certain expectations from record deals. But the path I'm trying to choose, I'm not really interested in a label right now, honestly. I want to build my shit up. I want to build my name up. Because at the end of the day, what I learned, the only thing that's important is leverage. Is having leverage in business. When you go sit at the table and they offering you whatever, they offering you that from, all right, what are you bringing to the table? So if I come to a label and my shit is not set up, they just gonna give me whatever. And I'm gonna take whatever because I don't have nothing. And that's the problem with a lot of artists now. It's like they take whatever you could give them because they don't have shit. You know, I'm coming from the hood and you offering me 100 racks. Like, even though this might be the only 100 racks I get for a long time, like, I'm gonna take it because I'm coming from nothing. So I'm not trying to go that route. I really want to build my name up and build my brand up and be able to negotiate what I want. And we could sit here and we could come to some type of agreement on what we both want, make sure it makes sense. But right now I'm just grinding, independent. And, you know, eventually I'll definitely get some type of distribution, you know, so I could get that industry push for sure.
All right, so can I get some freestyle from you? A little 2 minute, 3 minute, you know what I'm saying? A little kicking a little thing.
I could do something.
Off the acapella.
I don't really freestyle a lot, but I could do something. I could
do something?
Yeah, for sure.
Top of the dome.
I got you.
This is for the money shot.
I said, yeah, baby, you might as well just spread them legs open. I be all over your body, suntan lotion. You be all up in the stores, brand new Dior, Chanel bag, Louis tags dripping from the floor. Baby, stop letting these lame niggas feel important. Think you the man soon as you cop them new pair of Jordans. Pockets hurting, can't complain cause you ain't working. Tell me what the fuck I look like working customer service. That's why I call myself a king, can never be a servant. Keep my middle fingers up to all these jealous niggas lurking. Apply pressure, Clyde Drexler when I take flight. I gotta smoke an ounce every day and night. What's the price? If it costs to be the boss, I'll spend a whole check. I ain't even break a sweat, cause these niggas ain't no threat. She said that New York accent get me so wet. The studio, my second home, ain't been getting no rest. They know who flow the best. I got these niggas so upset. These size 9 Timberland boots, I keep them on their neck. Don't even call my fucking phone if it ain't by the check. I'm in my zone, flexing on these hoes, I don't respond to texts. I can't be out here wasting time, I gotta go and get it. I'm so addicted, get a jacket, I'm the coldest with it. Yeah, that's what I feel.
Stop playing with my man! Stop playing with him! Stop playing with him, son. Stop playing with him. That's real rap. That's
rap.
lyrics, all that, the shimmy, everything. I felt it in my soul. It's not like this mumble rap. Shout out to it too, because it's a subgenre of hip hop. But this is real cultured rap. Like, look, the Gorilla Glue right there, sticky. Sticky, son. The rap is sticky, son. Sticky.
He only gave you like 20%.
That's what we did. That's not even the whole. That's not even the whole thing. Bro.
Oh man, I felt that.
Yeah,
man.
I appreciate y'all for letting me pull up, man.
Definitely. Please, your socials, where we can find the merch, where we can find you. For the ladies, are you taking or you not taking?
I'm single. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody that's celebrating. I won't be celebrating this year, but shout out to everybody that is celebrating. But I am single, very focused. But, if you could, kind of fall in the mix of, my life and how hard I'm working, then we could probably work something out. But you can find me at _Last Chantz. Chance is spelled CHANTZ. I know it's kind of weird. Y'all got to ask my mom why it's spelled like that. And Chance is my middle name because people don't be believing. People think like Chance is like a nickname. Chance is my middle name.
Oh.
So, yeah, that's my middle name.
It's spelled just like that? Or?
Chance, CHANTZ, yeah, on my social security
Oh,
card.
wow.
It's spelled just like that. So
that's dope.
Yeah, so you can find me at _Last Chantz on Instagram. Last Chantz on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Pandora, wherever you listen to music, it's Last Chantz. SoundCloud, Last Chantz. The merch is on the way. We got these hats, these Brooklyn hats. We got these on the way. Like, I'm waiting for some hoodies. I got some hoodies coming. So we got the merch on the way. So just stay tuned to my Instagram and y'all be updated on everything I got going on, But shout out to y'all for the dope interview and the love. I appreciate it. For real.
Support black businesses.
Support. That's all we doing. From now and forever. That's all we doing.
Generational wealth. That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
So once again, we want to thank Last Chantz for coming through. It's been real, despite all the nervousness and stuff. He making me sweat and all that, fun of rapping and rhyming. But stay tuned. Please keep it locked in on Last Chantz. Go find him. Go look for him on the social media. If you don't, I'm going to come look for you with my little knife.
Yeah, we both
shank,
come
shank.
look for you.
You know what I'm saying? Happy Valentine's Day to all the ladies, family, all that. And this is Chop It Up.